Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, it's the first of two here on this Monday night, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. The first of two on this Monday night, the Saints and Panthers underway from Charlotte. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. On first down, Newton. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at the Saints defense. This unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's Ryan going to fire this out wide. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Play action. Ryan. They'll roll him out right. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's a script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Throwing is Newton. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open just a little underneath him, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
On 4th down, Newton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Newton throwing again. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a big loss on the play there. An absolute disaster, really.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
6-0 our score after 1. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off play action, Newton. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing that say, oh, they'll get it next time. You don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
And a first down throw for Newton. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. He gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Saints 20, Panthers nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a throw here to his running back. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Newton. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Newton. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here's Ryan.
Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks.
And they'll get this down to the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Got a man, it's Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Saints are pouring it on.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the second half with Kamara. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the...
Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from going up by 40. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They go play action with Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Play action. It's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They go play action now. Ryan. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. 47 yards. And the Saints just continue to roll. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do.
Bro, this game is... Bro, all my players are getting injured. All of them. How are all of my players going to get injured? Every single one. Every single one of my good players are getting injured. I think I lost a receiver, an end, a lineman. I lost 2 receivers, actually.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still
because he knows exactly what the fuck it is.
Clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out.
What the fuck is a cracked toss?
I'm
not running that.
This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a dump off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Newton. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the return this time.
I can't anymore. I don't care. I don't care. I don't get how the fuck he's catching that, even though I'm throwing that shit so high. I'm throwing that shit high as fuck, and he's still catching that? Like on some real shit. I'm throwing this shit high as fuck.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Why can't we stay on him? I don't want to. I'm not running man. You'll never catch me running man with the team. Look, I did it, bro.
And now they'll shift things around. Try to pound it in, Kamara.
I got my, of course.
Luke.
What is Luke doing?
Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75. And the
I just want to run the clock at this point.
Touchdown to add on to that lead.
I'm a pickle player and I'm gonna have to fucking know how to this.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
I'm gonna have to actually know. Nothing.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Oh, shit.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
I threw that away. I'm throwing it away.
The pressure from multiple guys there.
Like, I actually can't make this up.
3rd and 20.
Out of the gun, Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they're going to be
I hate this game.
field position to start the drive as that gets out
This
of
kid is making lag. His internet is so bad it's actually affecting me. Like, it's actually affecting me. It's not even just that, bro. All my players got hurt. No, I can't even run down.
Sports.
Hey Siri. FaceTime Zeke.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Yo, Zeke. Zeke. Bro, this Saints guy plays extremely weird game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action, Ryan. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Saints 1st down.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
3 plays, all resulting in 3-yard carries to bring up 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but
They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Throwing again is Newton.
40-yard line.
Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Newton now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Okay, break. Crap goal 80.
Throwing is Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Yo, no, I did not just run a screen.
No, you wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same
No, I
thing
ran a
themselves,
screen.
but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
To the air again, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You could just give me a touchdown. That's dead ass all. One, maybe
The
5.
deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some way.
Yo, this kid is run.
And the Saints are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard.
Why are you running behind him?
Another mistake after the interception there.
What receiver runs behind a deep? Stop running behind him. That's not true. Giroud is not to run behind him.
And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws.
Yo, I don't
You're
even
supposed to
care,
try to
gang.
obviously get the ball to your
I just
own
wanted to get the
Being down
game
this
over
big,
with.
you also take even more
I'm not trying to
chances.
blitz.
And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Thank you. Holy shit. Thank you for doing that. That was awesome, Rush. Thank you for doing
They'll
that.
take that every time with a lead, first down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And nothing much materializing there.
Just know
first
how to
down run.
spike
They'll get
the
a
ball,
couple, and
bro.
that's it.
Give
Good
the
job
game
there,
done
keeping
with
him to
you.
a short
He's on the
gain.
clock.
Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up.
Yeah,
in
just don't
what
just don't call
reigning
for that.
Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays.
Just don't
Maybe
call.
mixed
Just
in a
don't
few
run
of
the play,
those.
bro. You already
Most of the
won.
plays are just
There's
like
no
we saw
point.
there. Keep them to short gains. Make
Thank
the
you. Just
fundamental
stay
tackle.
right there.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
Why are you running out of bounds, bro? You have 8 seconds left.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Kamara.
It's game. I don't care. 3, 2, 1.
4th and 3.
I don't want it.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One